Okay, today was our first day of Veterans Treatment Court. I appreciate the news media being here. We started this Veterans Treatment Court to help the many veterans that live here in Randolph County. We've got over 8,000 veterans, and this is an opportunity for these people to get help. They leave their homes, leave their families, and go across the seas to other deployed homes, and they come back a different person. And what we try to do is help these people adapt back into society when they leave the military. Sometimes it's much harder to adapt back into society than it is to go fight a war. And we should be there to help these veterans, man and woman, get back in and become a person that this community knew before they left. And we have a group of people here that have made this program come to fruition. And we have a Judge Wilkins, who was a military, he's a veteran. We got Andy Gregson, who's our district attorney, is also a veteran. And we have Miss Laura Pate, that you'll be hearing from a little later, that is our veterans coordinator. This would not be possible if we didn't all work together and for a common goal, common purpose, to get this program off and running. It took 3 to 4 years from start to today to get it going. And just in our jail since 2023, we've had over 125 inmates that were veterans. And, you know, it's our job and our duty to help these people. What I'd like to do now is turn it over to Judge Wilkins, who is over the court part of this program.
Thank you, Sheriff. I'm Judge Rob Wilkins. I'm a district court judge here in Randolph County. I'm also a retired Coast Guard officer. I spent 21 years on active duty United States Coast Guard. And since retiring, I've tried to stay involved in veterans affairs here in the local community. I've served for the last 15 years as the commander of the Randolph County Veterans Council. So this is a project that is near and dear to my heart, both personally and professionally. As a matter of fact, I made, with the help of other folks in Randolph, Moore, and Montgomery counties, made efforts about 8 years ago to try to get a Veterans Treatment Court program established for that 3-county region, that 3-county district. Unfortunately, funding was not available at that time, but since then, there has been a change in the administration over in Raleigh that oversees our funding, and those folks that are in the places and power in the administrative office of the courts are fully supportive of our veterans and our Veterans Treatment Court programs. So this is something, again, that for me is a dream come true. We've worked a long time, prayed and worked with a lot of different folks, and it would not have been possible without the foresight of Sheriff Seabolt. A lot of hard work put in by the Veterans Treatment Court team, especially Ms. Laura Pate, who's our Veterans Treatment Court coordinator, and a lot of other folks on the team from all different kinds of areas here in Randolph County: mental health, probation, law enforcement, and others who are going to be ready to work with and help the veterans that have become court involved get back on the right path. Because at one time, I and all of these other veterans, whether they're on the Veterans Treatment Court team or the participants in the program, raised our right hands and we took an oath, which goes as follows. I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me according to regulations in the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. As I pointed out in court earlier today, when I read that oath has no expiration date. I know that a lot of veterans and I feel that way, and we still hold ourselves accountable. So the Veterans Treatment Court program is an opportunity for folks who have taken that oath at one time or another in their lives, who have been willing to lay down their lives for our country and their fellow citizens. It's a chance for them to kind of get back on the right track. And it's our opportunity to just take a little bit of extra care of those folks who have done so much for us and for our country. Thank you. I'll be followed now by, I believe, our district attorney, Mr. Andy Gregson.
Thank you. I'm Andy Gregson, the district attorney. I want to deal with some misunderstanding, some misinformation. This is not a get out of jail free card if you're a veteran. This is a program where the participants are screened very carefully. They're subject to my discretion as the district attorney and my staff. We take into account their record, the crime they've committed. Are they willing to get help and to help themselves? And also what the victims feel about the defendant entering this program. I think Judge Wilkins said it well when he said, this is not a handout, this is a hand up. If you're willing to take the hand, we're willing to offer it to you and help you get over the challenges that you found yourself in, maybe because of your service. But on the other hand, we do help a lot of people in the system that's never done anything for anybody, especially society. And we believe that these individuals have served society and they deserve us at least taking a shot and try to help them. So that's what the program's about. Everybody behind me has worked hard, diligently to make this happen today. Probably most of all is Miss Laura Pate, who I'm going to introduce. She's the coordinator of our Veterans Treatment Court, and her team have been excellent. We're off to a good start. We'll only improve from here. Laura?
I'm Laura Pate. I'm the Veterans Treatment Court Coordinator, and I would like to first say thank you to the veterans that have served this country, and secondly to my team behind me who this would not be possible without. A Veterans Treatment Court is an alternative to incarceration for the veteran. We surround them with all these folks behind me who want to help and better their life and get them back on the right track. In 2023, we were one of the Veteran Treatment Court grants that was awarded in the entire United States. And we're one of about 500 Veterans Treatment Courts in the entire U.S. And they were created to support our veterans and get them back online. We also, if you've heard the 22 a day, that number is much higher now. The number one precursor to veteran suicide is justice involvement. And of those that are incarcerated, 51.2% have not had any help from the VA or VA services. And so that's why on our staff, we have a lot of veterans that are helping them. Our veteran service officers, we have a veteran there, the judge, the DA, probation. We have treatment providers. We have an evaluator, the clerk of court. We have this whole team behind me who made this possible for all the veterans in Randolph County. And I'm very grateful to all of you guys for your hard work. Thank you.
At this time, if you have any questions, I'm sure we can answer any question you have with the people that are standing behind me. Any questions? Yes.
This is open to all veterans. It's not a time limit from separation from service.
All veterans, they must live in Randolph County, and depending on the charge, they'll be screened and then determined if they will fit the program. It does not, a lot of times, the victim, we've been hearing so many people say, well, what about the victim? These are people that are cases that have no victims. And if there is a victim, the victim will have to determine whether or not that person should be eligible for this program.
What does success look like to you? I mean, y'all work obviously very hard to solve crime, but what does this program look like for success?
Just helping those that need help. You see, a lot of people become, I guess, invisible to the crimes that they commit, and they get lost in the shuffle. This is a way to put more attention on these people that commit the crimes. And if we can catch those criminal elements early, their actions early, then maybe we can help them continue to be a citizen of this county that they once were before they left to go to service.
So this is a post-conviction court, and in North Carolina, a conviction is a financial burden. You can't get out of district court for under $178. If you want to divert them to community service, that's $250. If they can't come up with all that at once, there's a fee to get on a payment plan. There's supervised probation fees. There's drug testing fees. Many of the veterans that are going to come through this court will be financially burdened. In Randolph County in 2017, waivers of fees was under 3.5%. Is there anything in this program that allows for more waivers of fees or helps veterans that are in the treatment court deal with some of that financial burden so we don't lock them up for not being able to pay for treatment services that we've kind of pushed them into?
I'll let DA or judge answer that.
Well, again, each case is different. Just like every case, every person that comes in front of me in the courtroom, I try to take each person as they come. I try to see them where they are, try to figure out where they want to go. And in this program in particular, I think it's important to note that although a lot of folks go to probation, okay, and they do have some fees that they have to pay, as you're noting, okay, typically those are done on a schedule, okay, taking into account their employment status, et cetera, et cetera. We're doing the same thing in Veterans Treatment Court, okay, taking every case on its own merits, each person as they are, where they are, and figuring out what it is that they really need to get them back to being a productive member of society. And that sometimes means waiving fees or delaying the payment of fees. It's not all about fees. This is not a collection kind of program. This is about trying to take folks who have made some bad choices, okay, have gotten down the wrong road, and getting them back to where they want to be and they deserve to be, which is being productive, law-abiding citizens in our community.
Thank you.
Anything else? One last thing, you know, several of us are elected officials. We're part of county government, and government was created to help the people, and that's what we're doing here. When we decide not to help our people, we need to stop running for office. So that's why we're here working together to help the veterans who need help. Thank you so much for coming.